One more thing I wanted to expound on this world today. If anyone act like they don't see the changes going on in this world today, then they're blind. And I'm going to tell you one thing. Um, the Bible has already spoken about everything that's coming into fruition. Let me tell you something. They're already chipping people over there in Europe. Like, if you don't have that chip, you can't go into that store and purchase anything. You can't buy anything, but who cares? Let me tell you something. You get your seeds. You better get your seeds so you can be able to grow your own food and forget about that chip. Because if you think they're about to come over here to America and chip us, it's going to go down. That's all I have to say. But stop acting like you blind, like you don't see what's going on in the world. You see what's going on in the world. You see all this dictation, this dictatorship that's going on in the world, and it's not cool. You know, I was on TikTok for a while, and I spent a whole lot of freaking money on TikTok, but I had to snap out of it. Like, what are you doing? Like, the world is not like it. It sort of reminded me of Mad Max. You remember Tina Turner and Tupac? Mhm. It's starting to remind me of Soylent Green, if anyone was back in that day. I mean, why would you find horse meat and human meat in McDonald's food? Another thing, Jared, when he was supposed to have been losing all that weight, eating all that freaking bread, we know we were food, but the tuna was fake. Then you got KFC. They told them to take chicken off and just call it KFC, but I noticed they slid the Kentucky Fried Chicken back in there. I mean, what did they do with the freaking mad cows? That's why I don't eat beef. And so, even with COVID first begun, you let me know how your sun was shining. Because here in the Midwest, it was almost like 3 years that we barely had sun. And let me tell you something, we're sun people. And without that sun, melancholy sets in. You're depressed. You do a lot of things that you just depressed. And so I just wanted to talk about that. Like, who believes in God and who doesn't? Who think that other thing is going to win in the end? Who actually worships that thing? And when you say, I don't believe in God, then stop blaming the devil on stuff. Because if you don't believe in God, you do not believe in the devil. But I want people to really sit back and think. Look at the world that we're in today. It's like the Matrix. Things aren't real. I mean, you've always had crazy, crazy things going on. But today, to me, it's just like a portal hole or something has been opened and some stuff has been released in the air. And I don't like it. I wake up apprehension every day. Let me tell you what my normal ritual is. When I first open up my eyes in the morning, I pray. I pray. And regardless if I don't see him, I know he's there. I feel his presence. I could tell so many stories that it wasn't a coincidence at all. It was my Lord Almighty. So many stories. And the second thing I do is my Bible is sitting right there on my nightstand. I grab it and I read an entire chapter, because I'm trying to get some understanding. Understanding. I don't want to be left back here. I don't want to perish and know that I didn't do everything right. And so all I'm saying is, please, please, you have children, don't be scared to talk to your children about God. And that's capital G, not the small G. For you, fraternities and sororities, I think you might want to think about who you pledging to, because you're not pledging to the Lord. You know, that Greek mythology, it was debauchery and lasciviousness. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Um, but I really think you better start thinking about God really hard. I mean, if people can seriously watch him split the Red Sea and go through it and get on the other side and build a golden calf, you know what he said? We are a hard head, stiff necked, prideful people. And we are. We are. We're hard headed, we're stiff necked, and we're prideful. So we can't blame everything on that palm color person or people for what we're going through today. We have to take responsibilities. We have to stand up, get back to the way that we were raised as far as respect, not doing crazy stuff, not being all out there. I mean, there's going to be a lot, of us. I think, I said we are the tribe of Judah, a North Carolinian tribe. We were already sowing the seven seas. How you think Noah built an ark? He built the ark because they were already selling the seven seas. So we already had made it over here to America from Africa long before them slave ships came in the 1600s. And yeah, a lot of us did marry off, but a lot of us indigenous, we were here. We were already here, and that's the reason we look different from anyone else. We look completely different. We do not look like anyone else. We do not. Our skulls are different. Our facial features are different. Everything is different. I don't care how dark or how light you are. We are completely different. So all I'm asking you to do is talk to your children about God. Put it in their head, because them cartoons you're letting them watch, the freaking TV shows, there's no humans on TV anymore. They're all witches, warlocks, got powers, seasayers, sorcerers, mediums, everything that the Lord said he's against. And we're letting them do it. I don't need you to read my palm. I don't need you to flip out no freaking cards and tell me what my destiny is, because I know what my destiny is. And that's what I'm going to stick with. I don't need to worship any idols. I do not worship any celebrities. I don't give a freak about that star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, because you know where you're going to walk, not to fame. You know what I'm saying? And so my heart is that the ones who seriously believe in God, I do wish that you stop trying to be your child's friend and start really talking to them about what's going on. The book of Revelations, I do believe it. I do believe that we are in the very beginning stages of tribulation days. It hasn't gotten that bad yet, but like I said, I seen a prototype of a Walgreens drugstore, to where before you get in, when you step in, they scan your hand. Then you have to step in another part. They scan your hand in, then they let you in the store to shop. So there's going to be a lot of us out here saying, I'm not taking that chip, which means that collect them seeds. Get your seeds. Get your seeds. Let me tell you something. There was something in my mind for about three months. I just kept saying, get them seeds, get them seeds, get them seeds. And this was long before that I had found out that it's contraband to, if you go out to another country or something, you are not allowed to bring seeds back with you. They made it contraband. And then after that, a patient comes into the doctor's office like, hey, Kiwi, guess what happened? And I'm like, what? She said, did you know that the World Seed Bank is sinking? And I'm like, the World Seed Bank? Like, I didn't know we had a World Seed Bank. Well, no, we have quite a few, I heard. But I said, sinking? Like, sinking in what? And I was kind of joking. I said, in some quicksand? She was like, no. And an ice cap broke and it's sinking. I said, you really believe an ice cap broke? First, it's contraband not to bring seeds back. Now, all of a sudden, the World Seed Bank is sinking. I said, how about they probably shot a missile through the mother? But let me tell you something. Get your seeds. Start planting your gardens. I don't care. You can use every and anything to make a bed, dresser drawers, just all type of big pots. I mean, get your seeds. That's all I'm telling you is be prepared because this world is not going to get any better. It is not. And I don't care how much money you think you have or what you think you got because what? You could drop down at any moment and you don't even know that you have that money any longer. The people that are left behind is the one who know it. So all I'm saying is be cognizant. Open your eyes. They don't make these movies for nothing. Get out, eyes wide shut. Stop acting like you don't see what's going on in this world and get your life together. That's all I want to say.